Hey friends, Jessica here with Creators Couture, and I'm back for part 2 of the tutorial using my little creative kit that I put together. And in the first video, I showed you the 2 different graphics that I created with it, 2 totally different concepts, but using the same brushes. And in this video, I'm going to give you a few tips that I used for creating my abstract artwork version using these brushes. And I will just start with a little square here. I'm not going to really worry about the, what do you call it, how it's going to look. I just kind of want to give you the idea because, you know, you can, if you're a subscriber, you can download my source file. But really, I just freestyled with this. I really didn't have a lot of preconceived layout. I really just freestyled, but where I started was with that new brush that I created, that gold brush. So I had just a blue background, and I'm using my embroidery brushes. So I thought it would be appropriate to give one of the embroidery fabric backgrounds. So I forget which one that I used, but I have the different fabric styles, and I probably played with the proportions a little bit. You can double click the pattern overlay, and well, the scale was 100% actually. So, but if you see some little creases here, that's just also the pattern banding just slightly, but most of the time you're not going to notice it in your final thing. If you're creating something, it's going to be hidden, so I wouldn't really worry about that. You could get your own fabric background as well. I just use ones that are just pretty good size. They're not like crazy. You can always scale it up or down. But the first thing that I was going to start with is using my new gold textured ribbon, and this has a really cool kind of textured effect. But if I look here, I did add a little bit of one of the gold play layer styles. So it's a little dimension, and I'm just gonna go here to my demo one, and I'm just gonna copy that layer style, and then I'm just gonna paste it on there. But it's from the gold play, because this was like, this is something kind of similar to my gold play brushes. And so I just add dimension 1 layer style onto it. And so what I'm going to start with when I'm doing an abstract thing like this is I started with my gold, and that was like giving me kind of, you know, more of the structure. So I went around and did something like this. Now also, one thing to notice, I have the smoothing all the way up. So it's already like that, but I'm just going to do something like that, and that kind of gives me something to work off of. And that's, you know, good to start. That's how I did the one on the left, and I can probably zoom out a little bit just so we can see. You know, and it probably took me longer than maybe I needed to find that balance, because I was just kind of playing around with it. But then the next thing that I was thinking about doing is having that blue embroidery touch the gold a little bit, and then having it being bordered with some of these other gold strokes. So I'm going to go ahead and get my blue embroidery brush 39, and I actually left, it was actually the default loaded, it was already loaded with this blue, and so I just decided to make this kind of blue concept. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and add my embroidery layer style, thread 1 dark background, and that just gives it a little bit of depth and texture that helps it feel a bit more realistic. And also just be sure to consult my embroidery brushes, and I'll put the playlist down below in case I'm going a little bit fast. But in this case, I'm just going to maybe do something like this and go along that gold. And I'm happy with that. I'm not going to worry about the whole layout kind of thing, but just kind of giving you some ideas. So that's fine, that one's sorted. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is actually, like what I did here was kind of outline some of these, what do you call it, border some of these blue. And I did that with the gold play brush 33. So I'm going to go ahead and add the layer style for gold play, the add dimension 1. And I'll just do something like this, and maybe I will, yeah, that's higher than that one. So I'll just kind of go along this to border 1, and then maybe do something, I'm not going to worry about this looking perfect, but something like this. And okay, so we're just going to stick with it here. Let's copy, I'm going to go copy this layer style, paste that layer style. Okay, so it looks like, I thought that that was a little bit intense. Sometimes, as you can see, I had my default gold plate dimension layer style, but it was like quite a little too dramatic. So sometimes I go in there and play with the bevel and emboss and just adjust it a little bit more, make the size a little smaller, depending on the stroke. So I had a little custom layer style on there, and I like to customize those sometimes. So there we go. And then I'm gonna draw on the same layer, or no, yeah, I'll just do the same layer for now. And I'm gonna take that gold plate brush 45 and maybe use it to line one of these, this blue, which I liked. I liked kind of lining that blue on a lot of places. And then this is the one that I kind of used. I kind of like to think about that gold as like a tree trunk or like some bark branches, like a winter tree. So I liked to put some things coming out like that. And I did that up here. I'm gonna do a little bit more sophisticated like, but anyway, we get the idea. And I had a little bit of fun with that kind of. Here you can see, so this kind of gives that wintry feel, even though it's really not very representative at all with the blues and the golds. It really gives you that wintry feel. And what else am I going to do next? I will do the soft, I love this soft embroidery brush. It looks like furry, kind of like snow. And that was achieved by Embroidery Brush 131. And if I go over here to my demo file here, I'm going to make a new layer. And this is what was loaded up into it already. And now with the embroidery brushes, if you right click or left click, change the size, it's going to drop that color out. So that's why I have the palettes. But actually I liked the tone of it, or the it's light. So I was like, oh, rather than just go to back to my palette, I'm just gonna add the thread layer style on it and then just add a color overlay rather than have to change my sample. I was like, oh, sometimes when you're in a hurry, I don't need to resample for another color. I can just add a color overlay. So I had this thread style on it, and then I just put a color overlay, blend mode to color, and that's it. And I just, made it really fast and easy. I don't need to overthink it. And also I could sample a blue that is already on the thing to make sure I get exactly the right shade of blue. So what I can do here is I had a little fun, like adding some kind of soft strokes like I did over here. And it just adds this kind of a wintry, fur, snowy kind of feel. So that's fine. And then the last thing that I'm going to show you, the last brush, is this embroidery brush 123. Again, if I just go ahead, and this was what was already loaded in there, but I'm just going to go from my source document here, the one that I've already created, and copy that layer style and then paste that layer style on there, which was just the embroidery plus a color overlay. So sometimes I just get like that and I don't want to have to resample or anything, and I just want it very monochromatic. So then I can add some little use this brush to add some accents to my layout and just follow those curves. So I think I went through all the brushes on this one. Hopefully that gives you a really good idea. And on the next brush, I'll give you some tips, or on the next tutorial, I'm going to give you some tips on how I created the lettering for this Happy Holidays graphic. So make sure you check out the next tutorial and be sure to like and subscribe for more.